The course heartbeat is a feature in Echo that allows students to communicate how they are feeling about their progress in a course. Best practice as a teacher is to allow students to self-assess once a week or once every 2 weeks. Let's take a look at how students access the course heartbeat to self-assess in a course. This is a demo student's account. This is Christy. When given instruction to self-assess, this student would simply click on the course card in which the teacher wants them to self-assess. So we're going to do Algebra 2 today. Once the student is inside of their course, they'll come to the top toolbar and click on the self-assess or the heart icon. A student can self-assess in 3 categories: their understanding in the course, their interest in the course, and their effort in the course. So if a student is not understanding, they would click red, which means that they are lost. They could have okay understanding, they are competent in the content of the course, or they are an expert in it. They can also self-assess on the interest. They could be bored, okay, interested, or very interested. And then when it comes to effort, they can say, I am slacking, not putting forth much effort, I'm doing okay in the area of effort, I'm trying, or I am absolutely putting forth 100% of my effort. When finished, the student will click Submit. Once they have done this, the teacher will now have access to their self-assessment data. So now let's look at this from a teacher's perspective. This is Mrs. Johnson. Mrs. Johnson is Christy's teacher. So since Christy just self-assessed in algebra, we are going to check out that course heartbeat data in Algebra 2. So in order to do that from the teacher perspective, you would click on the people icon on your course. From this screen, you can see how every single student in your course is feeling in the area of understanding, interest, and effort. So here's Christy. She just self-assessed. I can see that in understanding, she feels competent, she's very interested in the course, and she is putting forth 100% of effort. I can also filter these categories. So if I click on this title, it organizes these. So now I see I have 4 kids are lost. 4 kids that are completely lost and are not understanding. So now I know that I probably need to meet with these 4 kids so that we can come up with a plan to help them not feel so lost in my course. Same with interest. I see I only have 1 kid that's bored, but I have a lot of kids that are only feeling okay in the interested aspect. Maybe I might ask my class, what could I do to make this more interesting for you? Same in effort. I have nobody who's slacking. I have 2 people who are just putting forth a little bit of effort. I have a lot of people who are trying and a lot of people who are putting forth 100% of effort. That might be definitely a highlight for me as a teacher to know that my kids are putting forth such great effort. So as you can see, this tool really does show you the heartbeat of the course. It is your students as well as the way you deliver your instructions that brings your course to life. So this tool really allows you to take a second and reflect on how you're doing as a teacher. With this data, you can have individual conferences with students to discuss how your students are feeling. You'll be able to see if there's a lack of student interest and ask for student voice and ways to make your material more engaging. You can also identify students who may be struggling but are putting forth their best effort. Don't forget, this tool is most effective if implemented once a week or once every 2 weeks. There is no way to clear this data, so you will have to be sure to have all students complete the self-assessment at the same time to make sure you have the most accurate data. And there you have it. This is how you access and use the Course Heartbeat tool.